Roxbar notices a small pile of powder near the base of the statue. On further examination, you see that it is powdered glass. Greetings. It is not often that I get the pleasure of outside visitors. What may I do for you? Can you tell me about this glass powder? Although I can't tell you what this used to be, the powder is very coarse. This would suggest that the glass was thick. The most common thing this glass this thick is used for is potions. I'd ask Zadako if he knows anything about this. He may be able to tell you more about it. He uses glass like this. If you can find more of this glass, I might be able to get an idea of what it was used for. Let me know if you do. Are any of your glass objects for sale? Of course they are, but I don't think I have anything that would interest you. Evelyn creates items that I think you would find more practical. Mine are very delicate and not much good to adventurers. I have to go now. Goodbye. Take care. Can I help you? You seem to be lost. Is there a problem with me coming here? If you're here on behalf of the Order, we don't want you here. This area is for the rebellion. I'm investigating Sorval's death. I hope you don't think we had anything to do with that. We want to remove the Order in a less hostile manner. I was not sent here by the Order. Well, we will take you on your word. Beyond these rooms are Brotal Empress's quarters. Goodbye. Don't believe everything the Order tells you. They are the true criminals, not us. Hello again. What can I do for you? Can I ask you some questions about Sorval? Sorval, I knew him. He used to tell me about the statues. He liked them a lot. He said they would tell us about who built the temple. When was the last time you talked to Sorval? The day he died. Brotal didn't like me talking to him, but I would sneak out and go to the statues. Sorval was upset, and he told me to go away. He'd never said that before. Did he say anything else about the statues? He showed me some of the sketches he made, and told me about how they worked. He said that water made them move, but I don't know how. Did you notice anything strange that day? When I got to the statues, he sent me away. That was strange. I left, and a little later the tremor happened. I heard something fall and ran out to see, but Brotal stopped me. He said that I shouldn't look. Where was Brotal during this time? He was in the hallway with some others. I guess he had been in a meeting. Did Sorval ever mention any enemies? Oh no, he never said anything like that. He talked about the statues all the time. Sometimes he got so wrapped up in it he forgot I was there. He was very nice for a member of the Order. I don't know any more about Sorval. Anyway, talking about him makes me sad. Let's talk about happier things. Did you hear that Sorval was murdered? Yeah. I guess that's why he was so upset that last day. I'd never seen him like that before. He was always so nice to me. He let me look at his books and sketches. What kinds of books did he show you? Well, he used to show me a book that he was writing all about the statues. It had pictures and everything. I really liked that one. Do you know where that book is now? Well, I don't know where it is, honest. Tell me the truth. Where's the book? Promise you won't be mad with me. It was just lying there when Sorval was killed. Nobody was paying attention to it, and it was getting kicked around, so I took it. I'm sorry. That's okay, just give me the book. Thanks, I didn't mean any harm. Here. I hope it helps you find Sorval's murderer. Why would anyone want to hurt him? He was so nice. Goodbye, Prosser. Take care. The book is written in Sorval's flowing script. It outlines his research on the statues and their workings. The musician. The interior of the musician, from my tests, is hollow, with most of the space taken up by large chambers and very few gears. There is a hole for air in the back of it, and what looks to be a pump within. Could it be that the musician used water to pump in air and divert it through the chambers to make music? I see no other answer. This must truly have been a spectacular creation. Unfortunately, the musician fared badly from the magma, and many of the lower chambers are half filled with solid rock, so I cannot go any further with it. The sage. As to what was represented, I believe it was peace or healing. The figure is clearly connected with nature, as is observed from the branch it carries and the laurel around its brow. As to its workings, this statue had the least amount of movement. Only the head and arms are jointed. I cannot begin to even guess at its role in the play. The beast. The beast is indeed the central one of all of them. I feel that it must represent fear, or some other idea that its creators felt embodied something terrible and feared. All of the other statues look as if they were made to react to the beast. Whoever designed them was indeed a genius, not only artistically, but mechanically. Sketches of its researched workings are in my journal. A complex series of gears driven by water must have run the entire play. This device must have told a story of some kind. I cannot determine its specifics. My journal contains more theories and sketches. It is unfortunate the magma restricts my research, though. It has filled up parts of some of the statues, making them inoperable. I will transfer my journal entries here when I complete more research. Since the binding on my journal was destroyed, I rebound it with the cover of an old mineral analysis book that was rotting away. The Frightened One. The Frightened One is the beast, is the best name I can come up with for it, for that is what it depicts, a cowering figure with arms raised to its face. Apparently, this was to represent the creators. I say this because he cowers before the beast and is not looked at by all the others in the circle. This would suggest that the statue is afraid of something that is looming over him, out of his control. His mechanics are quite complex, for he kneels and also uses his arms. Water pressure must have been used to stand him, and then he would cower, and then when the water was let out of its chambers. Apparently there was something that the creators knew was coming, but did not or could not stop. I believe solving the puzzle of these statues could lead me to learn just what happened to Athos, the Cloaked One. The most mysterious of all statues, this one is completely inaccessible to me because it is almost completely filled with magma. I cannot open its cloak, nor do I want to try for fear of breaking it. Perhaps this was the representation of the unseen force that drove the beast to destroy. Whatever it was, it is indeed sinister, and I feel unclean even touching it. The Fool. Why this statue was included with such an otherwise morose ensemble is beyond me. There is nothing that would suggest its purpose, other than it seems completely oblivious to its surroundings. But perhaps this is just the point, that most of the people were oblivious to the oncoming beast, and so were consumed when it came upon them. Mechanically, the statue is a treat, for its arms appear to have actually tossed objects back and forth in a mimicry of juggling. Whatever it juggled is long gone, but it must have been a ball of some kind. The science involved in making the fool juggle is astounding. Perfectly predicting the object's path from one hand to another is indeed a great feat. I must conclude from these statues that whoever created them and this temple knew more than all of our great preservers and priests will ever know. The number of inventions that are possible after investigating these statues is indeed incredible. I cannot wait to share this knowledge with my fellow Verini and all of Athos. However, I am far from finished with my research. and I believe that I will be occupied with these statues until the day I die. Hopefully, by then, I will have answers to many of my questions. The shelf is covered with books and scrolls of various topics. However, there is nothing that catches Rockspar's eye as being particularly interesting. On closer inspection, Rockspar comes across a book on mineral analysis that is somewhat out of place on the shelf. She pulls it off the shelf for closer examination. The journal dates back several months, mostly having to do with the statues and Sorbo's work on them. There is nothing interesting about any of the entries, but what is interesting is what's not there. The last entry in the journal has been torn out. Also, there is something stuck in the back of the binding. Pulling it out, you discover a small golden key. Pursuing the written word, are we? I understand that many of your kind cannot read at all. Amazing. I'm glad you're educated. What is that supposed? No, what are you doing here? Like yourself, I have come here to read the words of our predecessors and gain enlightenment from them. What is that supposed to mean? Simply that it is easier to talk to educated people. I find that uneducated people are dull conversationalists. I assure you that I am not a dull person. Believe me, I was not suggesting that you were. I couldn't help but notice that you were looking in some of the mineral analysis books. A little off your subject, don't you think? What does a murder investigation have to do with that? You'd be surprised what you find in books. Would I? And what did you happen to find in a mineral analysis book anyway? Do you know anything about Sauval's journal? Journal? I had no idea he kept one. He never mentioned it. Did you find it? Is there anything interesting in it? I believe I have found a clue about the murderer. Oh, and what would that clue have been? I found a key in the book. Oh, that's the key to the storage room in the southern wing. We've been looking at it for such a long time. Well, it's useless now. Useless? Why is the key useless? Since we couldn't find the key for so long, we had Elovan remove the lock. That key doesn't fit anything. It's as good as scrapped. This key is quite small for a door. Yes, well, it was not a very secure lock. Anyway, I must be on my way now. Enjoy the archives. Greetings, I am Evelyn, a smith by trade. Have you come on business, or are you just here to browse? Found this key, can you tell me about it? I made this key for an outlet that Sorval commissioned. It opened a locket he was going to give to his prospective mate. He said he was going to give the key to her later. His proposal was to be inside the locket. Where's the locket now? He never got to give the locket to her. I believe it was interred with him in the mausoleum. I'm just browsing. If I can help you in any way, or you see something you like, just let me know. What do you sell? Anything that can be forged I can do. I can make delicate jewelry or a fierce weapon for that. You just tell me what you want. What kind of weapons do you sell? Want to better yourself in combat here? I have an assortment of weapons that will give you an advantage over your foes. I could also make you a weapon if you supply me with the components I need. Show me the weapons you have for sale. Let me show you what I've got for sale. If you ever need weapons, you know where to come. Goodbye. Be well. You know, you have a knack for showing up at the appropriate time. There was another looting. Another one. What was taken this time? Sorval's tomb was robbed. They took everything from it but his body. There's no respect for the dead. Not even the members of the Order are exempt from this. What exactly happened? I was on duty. I remember hearing footsteps approaching. The next thing I know, I'm waking up with a headache and Sorval's crypt is plundered. Was there anyone else around? The other two stationed with me were here, and we all fell asleep. Sounds like magic is involved. If that's true, it all but rules out the rebels. None of them are trained enough to cast spells. This is the first time there's been more than one of us on duty, and we were all asleep. Do you have any clue as to who did this? Well, we looked over the tomb, but not too closely. There have been no clues at the two previous robberies. Take a look for yourself. Perhaps you'll find something. Goodbye. See you. The tomb has been opened, and the contents raided. The only thing that remains is Sorval's decaying body. There you are. I've been looking all over for you. Rohan has sent me to tell you that Ulbane has been caught. He was the one that was robbing the tombs. How do you know it was Ulbane? He bumped into a guard during shift changes. He dropped some jewels and gold from under his tunic. The jewelry belonged to the guard's deceased parents. Ulbane ran, but the guard chased him down and caught him. When was he caught? About 10 minutes ago. Where is Ulbane now? He's been detained in the prison area, in the northern wing. With all the tracks and problems, he'll be there for a while. The Order has more pressing matters. Do you know where I can find Rohan? This time of day, she's probably... I don't know, could be anywhere. Thanks for the information. Goodbye. Hello again. There are some matters I'd like to discuss. Of course. I understand that Ulbin was caught. Yes, that's correct. You may want to go and talk to him. He'll be happy to talk to anyone considering what he's facing. He's in the northernmost cell in the prison area. On the west wall. Go and see him. Let's change the subject. As you wish. I must be going now. See you. Go with glory. Yes, what can I do for you? I want to talk to Ulbin. That little rat has insulted us and made a mockery of our hospitality. I hope the council is strict with him. I would be. Talk to Sylvan. If you've got permission from Rohan, he'll let you in. Just knock on the east door. Thank you for your time. Goodbye. Best of luck to you. Roxbar knocks on the door a couple of times. I'll be right there. This is a restricted area. What do you want? I want to question Ulbin. I don't think that anyone could stoop to robbing the dead and buried. I hope the order passes a severe sentence. Rohan sent word that you could enter. Let me open the door. Well, if it isn't the heroes of the day, come to harass and taunt me as well. The novelty has worn off, I must say. Why did you steal all the Veneri gold? Because it's gold. Why do you think I took it? These Veneri have no idea how valuable this temple is. All of the jewelry was covered, almost. I don't know what you're talking about. Do you know anything about Sorval's amulet? I don't know anything about any amulet. I'm not interested in personal mementos, golden or otherwise. I didn't say the amulet was made of gold. Well, I just assumed it was. You're lying. Tell me where the amulet is. Oh, this amulet is important to you, is it? How important? I might know something about it for a price. Tell me what you know and I won't kill you. I'm as good as dead anyway. You're going to have to do better than that. Yes, what can I do for you? Sylvan, I need your help with Ulbin. What are we talking about here? You know I cannot let you hurt him in any way. That's just as bad as his crime, as far as we're concerned. I don't want to hurt him, just scare him. Well, all right, I'll open his cell, but you must not hurt him. I'd have to lock you up as well. Like I said, I won't hurt Ulbin. Well, in that case, I'll let you scare him. Just nothing physical, okay? I'll even embellish things a bit. I'm going to enjoy this. Ah, back to threaten me, are you? Go away. Well, I've never heard of this kind of decision, but I'm not going to argue. What are you talking about? What decision? What's going on? The Order has decreed that you are to be executed by these adventurers. What? You can't be Okay, he's all yours. Make it painful. Please, don't hurt me, please. Wait, you can't be serious. Let's talk about this. Look, we can talk about this, please. Wait, I can be useful. You still want to handle it, right? Don't hurt me. But please, it's hidden in the visitors area, near the magma pool. There's a loose rock in the wall, please. That was amusing. Thank you for not hurting him. We've got the locket. The tiny key. You move the rock and you get the lock. The tiny key fits into the small opening on the back of the amulet. The click, the amulet opens. Inside, there's a folded piece of paper. This journal entry is dated 2 days before Sorval's death. I could not believe it when I went to talk to Gillenix and found him mixing potions and chemicals in the meditation chamber. He immediately became angry and threatened. Gillenix has always been second in everything, but I think that he wants to be in charge so badly that he would kill even Nautimus to get it. I fear for Nautimus, but doubt he will believe me. I will confront Gillenix and try to talk him out of this. Already I begin to fear for myself, but I doubt Gillenix can trust me not to tell Nautimus. I hide this entry in hopes that someone finds it. That is, if I die, which seems very likely at this point. Gillenix must be stopped before he can kill Nautimus. Gillenix does not have the knowledge to control the seal. Were he to become keeper, the volcano would surely erupt, and all of us would be killed in his foolish quest for power. A cry comes from the meeting chamber. Oh no, Nautimus, what happened here? That quake wasn't on the list. He's dead, Gillenix. What is going on here? That tremor wasn't listed. How could I have missed another one? I was working on the list for the adventurers. They disturbed my work. Nautimus's blood is on their hands. They must pay for this. No. Gillenix is the murderer here. You dare accuse me of murder? I am a member of the Order. I should have you put in cells for that. That is a great accusation. Do you have any proof to What is happening? The volcano! The volcano. It's testing the seal. Gillenix, even if you're guilty, you're a keeper now. You have to stop this. Yes, Gillenix. You are the only one that can stop this now. of course, stay here. Order secrecy dictates I am the only one to see. No time for that now. Quickly, everyone, to the seal chamber. Is there anything I can do to help? Come with us and prepare yourself. Prepare yourself. This could get very dangerous. No more time for talk. We must get to the seal chamber. Now, come with us. Let's go. Galanix, Rohan, Zeduk, get a move on. Following Galanix, you and the assembled Veneri quickly make your way to the seal chamber.
I am Keeper of the Order now. You must obey me. You must obey me. I am Keeper. Obey. I can't control it. I can't. We're doomed. I can't control it. I can't. We're doomed. I can't do it.
The temple is doomed. Only the ruby can stop an eruption now. You must enter a core and retrieve the ruby. How can the ruby stop this? The seal was not created to keep the volcano stable. It was created to keep the ruby dormant. Its power over the element of fire is absolute. It will destroy everything if it is not controlled. Okay, I'll go get the ruby. The ruby is in the center of the core. Hurry back. You descend the seal steps into the core of the volcano.
So, the seal is finally broken. However, the ruby is not so easily tamed. They will not survive the ordeal.
The searing heat of the volcanic core is enough to make you gasp. All around you, lava bubbles and churns. This volcano is indeed beginning to erupt. Looking out across the core of the volcano, you realize there is more than magma down here. pillar is somewhat unstable. It might be able to be pushed over. Rockspar must be next to the pillar in order to do anything to it. Pillar is not loose enough to be toppled. Part of the ceiling collapses, sending a large chunk of rock into the magma. Rockspar pushes the pillar with all her strength and the pillar topples. The Verini children rush across the pillar just as the floor section sinks into the magma. Thank you for saving us. We would be dead if it was not for you. Please, could you lead us back to the entrance? We are not strong enough to fend for ourselves. Okay, follow me. I'll take you to the exit. Oh, thank you. Let us get out of here before more of the ceiling collapses. Thank you. We can make it up the stairs from here. Now go and get the fire ruby. The Verini children leave the core. Draxons burst from a side tunnel, taking you by surprise. Galanex's body is torn and mangled. Although he looks dead, he is still breathing, barely. Thought I could control it, but too powerful. Wasn't ready. Foolish. You must get the fire ruby. Only it can stop the eruption. Kill Saval. He found out. Discovered me in the chamber. Couldn't risk telling Nortimus. Should have known. No, what? Saval would never have told. Would hurt someone. Why did you kill Nortimus? Tired of always being second. Can I help you? No, help the others. Get the ruby. Use the seal. Nortimus, forgive me. Galanex shudders for a moment, and lies still. From across the bridge, a Daraxan temper yells over at you. You and your precious Veiled Alliance are too late. The fire ruby belongs to the dragon. You will never stop us. Bar swings the grappling hook around a couple of times and lets it fly towards another pillar. The grappling hook wraps itself around the opposite pillar. Securing it, your party shimmies across to the other side. Watchbar swings the grappling hook around a couple of times and misses. First. Draxan warriors leap out from their hiding places among the stones. Too late. The ruby is not. From out of the magma rise the defenders of the fire ruby. Soldiers, cover my retreat! Fire ruby in hand, the Templar jumps to a nearby platform, leaving you and his men to face the magma golems. The volcano is going to erupt soon. The Lord Warrior cannot have the ruby. No one can. The Draxan Templar throws the ruby onto a nearby rock. The weight of the ruby is too much for it, and the rock begins to sink. The Templar gestures at the skeletons around him. Arise, children. Protect the ruby. Rockspark quickly grabs the ruby from the rock.
soldiers have failed. Let them burn for their incompetence. The ruby is beyond my reach for now.
Use the ruby on the seal before it is too late. The seal has been mended. Heroes, there are no words to express what you have done here today. All of us owe you our lives. No thanks are necessary, really. You are too modest. You saved us from ourselves. I hope all the other Veneri realize that opposing each other can only lead to disaster. The ruby you hold in your hands is a very powerful object. It is a part of the past that few remember. Take it, and use it in the name of all that is good. Are you sure you don't need it? No, it will bring us nothing but trouble. There are those that would destroy us to possess it. You, however, are more than capable of defending it. Keep it safe. What about the seal? What if it breaks again? The seal will not break again. I feel I need to be truthful with you about the seal's relation with the volcano. The seal was created not to control the volcano, but to keep the ruby in check. So, what do I do with this ruby anyway? I do not know what its fate is to be, but you are tied to it. Keep it close to you, lest it attract the attention of the Draxons or other formidable opponents. Then just what does this still do? The power of the ruby is enormous, so once Lorvis flung it into the core of the volcano, he knew he had to keep it there. The only way to do so was to dampen its power. The seal does just that. What about the eruption? That wasn't real? Those tremors you felt weren't natural. They were the ruby trying to escape. It draws off any fire around it and bends it to its will. The seal and the ruby were in constant struggle for dominance. So the Order has been lying to the tribe. The seal worked off of our faith. The more people that believed in the power of it, the stronger it was. Nautimus's death weakened the seal enough that the ruby could break its bonds. We could not risk telling the tribe. It would have destroyed faith in the seal. Lorvis may have been wrong in not telling everyone from the start, but he did not want the ruby falling into anyone's hands. How do you know this? You're a storyteller. You presume too much, young one. I am older than you think. Much older. I was not always a storyteller. Just how old are you? You should know I'm not going to answer that, young one. So what were you before you were a storyteller? I was once the keeper of this tribe. There are a few who remember me as keeper, though. It was some time ago. Then Lorvis was hoarding the ruby? No, if the ruby could call Lorvis to the temple, it could call others. You have seen the destructive power of the ruby. Would you like it in the hands of a dragon? Lorvis was guarding it, as we all have done. What will you tell the tribe now? A good question, young one. I believe that we can tell the tribe now. Soon I will break the news to them. They will be angry, but I believe that we will work through it. What about all the Veneri here? Now they know. If the ones in this room didn't know already, they suspected it. I know that they realize it was the only thing to do to keep the ruby hidden. I have told you all that was hidden, young one. There is nothing else to say but thank you. You are always welcome here. That was exciting. If you all excuse me, I have to get back to my experiments. Stop by if you want to play a game of E&I. Be seeing you. The tapestry glows, and you are enveloped in a bright light.
My soldiers have failed. Let them burn for their incompetence. The ruby is beyond my reach. For now. I should pay attention to other matters. Tyr is such a small part of my plans. Yet, these pawns interest me. They seem to know how to play the game.
Good day, Roxpa. I have the fire drake hide. Fire drake skin. No one but you could have done this. Not even the team from Urk. And just as I promised, I'll give you the deck of illusion from the drake hide. Are you willing to trade? You cannot guess how much this means to me. I thank you. Nice talking to you. Goodbye. Goodbye. Yes, how can I help you? Is there a caravan leaving soon? Right now, or at least it should be leaving within the hour. The caravan gate is still unlocked, so you could probably catch it outside the gate. I'm sure they wouldn't mind an extra passenger. Okay, goodbye. Goodbye. The caravan is ready to leave Tyr. Do you go? Yes. You're new here. I'm Al-Hana, champion of the Jam. Rest easy, I'll protect you. I'm Roxpar. Know this, Roxpar. While you are in this camp, you are under the protection of Al-Hana, Storm Rider. Thank you for your protection. You're welcome. It is nice to be appreciated for superior skill and ability. I'm glad you realize my superiority in battle. Could you answer some questions? You should speak them to the Sultan. Okay, I have no time to talk. That is all. I'll leave. Who are these strangers? I'm from the Veiled Alliance. The Sultan wishes to talk to you. Enter. So, these are the strangers. Come in and join us. I am the High Sultan, Ahmed Windcaller. My servants said that the strangers should be listened to. I need your help. It is our custom that the Sultan is to be spoken to with respect. The Sultan has enough difficulties already. He need not suffer impudence. My apologies if I offended the Sultan. Roxbar's charismatic air calms the Sultan. Shall we continue? The Sultan's daughter Magnolia is missing. The Sultan would like you to find her and bring her back. My wife can answer any of your questions about her. Where was she last seen? I told you to ask Messina. Now go. I'll go now to find your daughter. I should expect so. You had already promised to help. Before you return to the Sultan, learn more about the ways of the Jan. Guards, let them pass. Permit them to visit Messina also. So, these are the adventures the Sultan spoke of. It is a pleasure to make the acquaintance of such brave souls. I'm Roxpar. I am Messina Windcaller, Sultaness of the Jan. The Sultan said you'd talk to me. The Sultaness was warned that you did not know the ways of our culture. Magnolia is very important to the Sultan. Her return is essential. Why did she leave? She and the Sultan had some differences. What can be said about the problems? Fathers and daughters typically have differences. Do you think Magnolia was right? The adventurer still has much to learn about the Jan. The Sultaness finds your words hard to swallow. I'm sorry to offend the Sultaness. Roxbar's charismatic voice fails to charm the Sultaness. That apology was insufficient. The adventurer must change her manner. You shouldn't get so insulted. Ugh, you're the most frustrating lot I've ever come across. Your rules make normal talk impossible. Roxbar's wise words sway the Sultaness. It is obvious that these problems do not arise from ill intent. Possibly a bargain could be struck. Each time that the adventurer's speech is inappropriate, I will cough. In return, the adventurer will do their best to follow our laws. Where did you get such a stupid idea? Impudent rodents. Don't come back, you swine. It is not for the Sultaness to decide the rightness or wrongness of the Sultan's decisions. Yeah, well... The Sultan will see the strangers again if they wish. It is a pleasure to meet you. I am Asim Drak. What do you do for a living? I don't have a profession. I'm above all that. Have you had any problems lately? No, in fact I see a golden age for the Jan approaching soon. Nice tent. It's the last monument to my empire. What empire? I was once a merchant prince with vast wealth, and sudden political changes in Tyr destroyed that. Couldn't you regain your losses? My wealth is gone forever. Good merchants don't lose empires. Even the best merchants fall on hard times. It's getting late. Possibly you have business with others? No. I'm sure that I'm boring you. I should be going. Goodbye. I'll tell now the story of the brothers Red and Blue, as it was told to me so many seasons ago. Oh, fucking A. Back then, as now, there was only one tribe. The Sultan was old and daft, and so decreed that at his death both his sons would rule the tribe equally. One was named Blue Sky, for he always wore blue. The other's name was Oridon, for he always wore red. When the Sultan died, some tribespeople went to Blue Sky and asked what to do. We shall stay here. Water is plentiful and the sun mild. Farmers harvest enough so that we may buy it. Our tapestries are valuable here. We will all live as sultans. Some tribespeople, however, went to Oridon. Prepare to leave. We are Jan. We must travel. Our ancestors have known this for longer than Athos has existed. When we move, we are all richer than sultans. Every Jan follows the word of the Sultan to their death. Those who listened to Oridon returned to their tents and packed. Those who listened to Blue Sky sat and loomed. Thus it came to be that those who had gone first to talk to Blue Sky became rich and dependent on Athos, and those who listened to Oridon felt ashamed. Oridon visited Blue Sky during one of his frequent banquets. Why do you wish to stay here, brother? Our people grow fat and dependent on Athos. The lands are rich, and the harvests bountiful, but all this will fade. Oridon, the days of travel are over. We have found paradise here on Athos. Why leave it? We will find no better. Blue Sky, you do not understand us. We travel not because we are searching or escaping, but because it is our way. We rely only on ourselves, and thus we will always be free. Oridon, you are a fool, as was our father, and his father before. We are rich now. How could we turn our back on all this wealth? Leave. Do not return until you've seen your error. Blue Sky, you are the fool. I will leave, but know that I take with me the secret of Sandid. You cannot leave Athos without me. I will be the death of you, Jan, who tried to search Athos. For what they need is not on Athos. Find me when you are ready to leave. Oridon thus came to be known as the old Jan in Red, who is the death of young Jan who think of Athos as the entire world. Is everybody ready for another story? No, I am not. Greetings. I'm Roxbar. I'm Utilia. What are you doing? I'm weaving a tent. How are the tents bigger on the inside? It's magic. Do you know about tapestries? If you're interested in buying a tapestry, you should talk to someone else. Actually, I want to fix a tapestry. Usually it's better just to throw it away. If it is damaged so easily, it couldn't have been of good quality. Here, take a look at it. I'll look it over, but I really am busy and will have to get back to work. It is badly damaged. Such a pity to have beautiful work such as this wasted. Can you fix it? I don't know. I've never tried it before. I wouldn't be able to say unless you lent it to me for a while. How long will it take? It shouldn't take anywhere from 1 to 2 days. Come back then. Take it. See what you can do. It would be my pleasure to take a look at it. The adventurers return. If their manners are in place, they may yet find out something useful. The Sultan has asked for our help. The Sultaness finds your words hard to swallow. You shouldn't get so insulted. Ugh, you're the most frustrating lot I've ever come across. Magnolia may die because of your laws. Roxbar's wise words swayed the Sultaness. Fine. Do your stupid thing. It's agreed then. Sorry to offend the Sultaness. The apology was blah blah blah. Please forgive my mistakes. It is done. Business shall be continued. The situation is more complex than adventurers might understand. We need you to tell us about her. The adventurer still has much to learn about the Jan. The Sultan also might have mentioned that we have certain politenesses which may have been ignored. The Sultan has asked for our help. I'm leaving. admit, it's faster than having to deal with that bullshit with the gem. Be careful. I am protected by the Sultan of the Jam. The entire camp just disappeared. I've never seen anything like it. Sell me something. I have no wares to sell. I am here to purchase from the weaver. I want some information. I know nothing. I am a simple merchant. Tell me everything or die. I'll level with you. I was sent here to get rid of the Jan. You've done that for me now. My job done. I'll leave now. Thanks for the help. Yep. No, I don't think so. Help! Helena, help! One of the Zorani's tunics. Get a thread? Yes. Okay. That is why you shouldn't have stupid rules when talking to people. Because it ends up pissing off the player and they kill you for it.
I see the Lord Warrior is progressing well with my sanctuary. Perhaps this plan of his will prove profitable after all. But first he must get rid of those adventurers. Such loose ends should be cut off.
gust of wind erupts from the tapestry as Rockstar brushes it with the fan. The tapestry begins to glow with magic as the fan disappears. Well, what?